sometimes as a base runner, when you're diving back to first base, right, you want to dive back to the outside part to stay away from the tag. But ball sneaks through the right side here on a broken base hit. McKinstry thinking about going to third base, but I think right there having to get out of the way kind of stopped his momentum a little bit, and definitely not going to test Fernando's arm. I
mean, he's playing 3 games of dodgeball right here. The ball, the dirt, the bat, and there's a lot happening right there.
Yeah, a little slip after
coming
around second base.
Cue the Benny Hill music for Zach McKinstry. After the single from Lorenzo, 4th hit for the Tigers. And now Rogers, the 9th man in the order tonight. Jake Rogers settling into the backup role a year ago. Quickly down 0-2. Dylan Dingler ended up making the most of the opportunity. He became an all-star behind the plate.
Yeah, I think between Dingler and Rogers, they got 2 tremendous defensive catchers back there for this pitching staff, and both have a little pop.
That is a tight zone.
No ABS challenges in this game or throughout the World Baseball Classic, so something the guys are going to have to adjust to.
Rogers is saying, boy, I dodged the bullet there. And that time, Severino puts him down for good.
Yeah, after that breaking ball right there, Severino not wasting any more pitches right there, ends up blowing by a fastball to Rogers, just not able to catch up.
Almost looked like he missed his spot a little bit, but it had enough late run on it to get Rogers. 1 strikeout for Severino first time through.
That fastball was exploding through the zone.
Here's his arch nemesis, who took him deep on the very first pitch. And that one skips off Wells. Both runners read the dirt ball perfectly.
Yeah, sometimes as a base runner, like you see that ball kick back and you're not really sure where the ball's at, but Wells right there just not able to corral that one. That's the one thing too that you got to understand, with this WBC tournament, some catchers are going to be catching pitchers that they haven't seen before all that often. So getting familiar, that's something why these exhibition games are important for that catcher pitcher relationship, getting some familiarity.
McGonigal in 183 minor league games since he was the 37th pick in 2023, a .308 hitter with a .922 OPS in the minor leagues. That's 25 home runs, 130 ribbies, and the most impressive thing, 123 walks to 84 strikeouts. The eye is so good already.
Yeah, talking with AJ a couple of weeks ago about this kid, like he loves his attitude, the way he kind of grinds everything out.
Another nice poke into right center. McGonigal does it again. 1 run is in. That's McKinstry. Lorenzo behind him. And Kevin McGonigal is single-handedly carrying the Tigers.
Yeah, Kevin McGonigal, he's trying to make sure that they don't send him down, that he wants to make this team, and definitely making a difficult decision for them because he's been playing fantastic baseball. Gets a fastball up in the zone, gets the bat head out, and it's a nice line drive to right center.
All the talk has been about Connor Griffin, the #1 prospect, breaking camp with the Pirates. McGonigal saying, I want to be part of that conversation too. What a start. 2 knocks, 3 ribbies.
He's playing his way onto this Tigers roster.
You hit enough. Eventually he's going to make it very difficult.
They got to find a spot for you.
And now Riley Green, soft one over to Machado at third. Notice that Manny's been playing way off the line for the lefties.
Yeah, I mean teams are still, kind of semi-shifting, left-handed batters, and you can't go all the way, but you're trying to play the percentages. The other thing too is you got Machado. He's much more athletic than most, so you can play him a little bit farther off than some other third bases just because of his athleticism.
We get to see him. We get to see Nolan Arenado in his new hairstyle. A strike in on Wencel Perez, who I thought would have made a pretty good fit for this WBC team. 26-year-old from Azua in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, the versatility that he brings to AJ and this team, for this Tigers team, is a big key. And he was down a little bit early on in the year, battling some injuries, but when he came back for this Tigers team, was a big part of this team, and giving some guys some days off and still providing a really good quality at bat.
Yeah, we got a great look at that shift once again with Machado way off the line at third. Perez not trying to be the hero. He had a single his first time up. Now Wells coming out to talk to the former Yankees Severino's up to 36 pitches.
Yeah, this is a good visit right here from Wells. Just, the 36 pitches already through, a couple of innings here for Severino. He's had to work a little bit, trying to give him a little breather.
So earlier we talked about the home road splits for Severino. Playing in Sacramento, 2-9, ERA just over 6 in 15 starts. Then you look at what he did on the road, 6-2, ERA of 3. So he basically cut his ERA in half, pitching away from Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean that's something that a lot of the players had talked about. Playing in that ballpark. It was trying to figure out what they could and couldn't do, what they from a pitching perspective, how it was going to play, and that was definitely a learning experience, I think, for a lot of those A's players. And going into this year, I'm sure some of those guys will make some adjustments, but it's definitely a hitter-friendly park.
Helmet came down over his eyes with that healthy swing, 2-2.
Yeah, good swing there by Perez. Just misses a fastball.
When you swing out of your helmet, you're going all or nothing. Good adjustment to the breaker. This one lifted into left. Soto does not have a play. As you get a look at a lefty warming up in that Dominican bullpen down the line. So last year, Perez started the year on the 60-day IL. He had lumbar spine inflammation. Didn't debut until May 27th, but he homered in his first AB off Logan Webb. And that time, Severino starting to come back with a little vinegar. Strikes him out. That's 2 in the inning, but 2 more ribbies for Kevin McGonigal. It's McGonigal and the Tigers 3. DR looking for their first run after this.
Pronamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
Lemons. Football season's over. Oh, come on, buddy. You still got basketball, hockey, baseball, soccer, racing, tennis, and awards.
Ooh, that's my favorite season.
We should have a watch party.
Jim Beam and lemonade, best enjoyed together.
Yes, I actually won!
See this? It just arrived from Deal Dash, a Nintendo Switch 2.
Look what I just won. I love Deal Dash.
With millions of auctions, you too can start winning, like this.
I got this amazing Japanese knife set for just 75 cents.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
And today, new users get a $50 bonus credit. Go to DealDash.com right now for huge savings.
And free shipping from our U.S. warehouses.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3.
At MLB Network, covering baseball isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
You're about to be entertained and amazed. So I just want to show you a few at-bats, because it was incredible.
Connecting fans to the game is in our DNA.
Welcome, everyone, to MLB Tonight, the national pregame show.
He added 2 new pitches this year.
In season.
Hello, family.
Off season.
Every day we hand out side awards.
Every season.
That's how we do it here.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball. MLB Tonight is back in mid-season form, bringing the latest buzz from every camp.
This team is built to win and win right now.
I think they got better in the offseason. They're so deep. Their roster is all healthy.
Plus, exclusive access to the game's biggest stars with live pre- and post-game coverage from the World Baseball Classic.
I trust every guy in that room can get outs for us, can get hits for us.
It's back to baseball in a big way on MLB Tonight.
MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
Show your country pride at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic World Baseball Classic jerseys, caps, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for all your World Baseball Classic gear. And right back to work as Manny Machado comes to the plate for the first time, getting a loud ovation as these fans look to cheer their way back from 3-0 down.
They get a look at Manny Machado there with that C on that jersey, being named captain of this Dominican team. Having played on this team for the last 3 World Baseball Classics, has been just a fixture for this national team, and has always done really well in this tournament.
Madden going with the slider right there, 1-2. Manny, 33 years old now. For his WBC career, 11 hits and 43 at-bats. That's a .256 average. 3 homers, 6 RBIs over 10 games. Of course, he was part of one of the biggest moments in World Baseball Classic history at Petco Park several years ago. Thought he had a home run to straightaway center, but Adam Jones had a different idea.
His teammate with the Orioles took it back from him.
Fastball pop foul. Manny among active players. 369 homers is 4th. Over 2,000 hits is 5th. And over 1,100 ribbies, good for 6th. As PB likes to say on that Hall of Fame highway.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, he's got a chance to get to 3,000 hits, I think.
Count fills up with Junior Caminero on deck.
Yeah, Madden got Manny to chase on that slider earlier in the count. And through 2 of them, down and away, wasn't able to get him to chase. A lot of times it's tough to get a really good hitter like Manny Machado to chase a second time in the at-bat on that slider.
Madden full windup, and he can't locate the breakers, so Machado on with a walk, 2nd straight inning. The DR gets the leadoff man on. And we turn the page to last year's sensation for the Rays, Junior Caminero. The thought process is Ty Madden is going to start the year in the minor leagues with AAA Toledo, so this might be the best lineup he sees for a long time.
This is the best lineup anyone will see.
Caminero, one of the few not going after the first pitch.
Yeah, 45 home runs for the Rays last year for Junior. I mean, really came on strong. Talking with a lot of the Rays people early on in that season, were really excited about the year he was going to be able to put together.
Not expecting the fastball again, 0-2. 9th in MVP voting last year was Caminero. Trailed only Judge and Raleigh in the AL home run chase. And trying to work around the leadoff walk to Machado. And that's a nice piece the other way, and that one gets by Perez. He kept it close by. Manny turns and heads to 3rd. And the DR has runners at the corners with nobody out.
Yeah, breaking ball up in the zone right there, and Caminero just not trying to do too much with it. Hits it to right field. Stays on it really nicely. Perez actually, I thought for a second, was going to have a chance to catch this. Does a nice job of breaking in early. Luckily for him, though, he was able to get a glove on it, because if not, that would have been all the way to the wall.
Manny with a nice read, gets a great look at it. And like you said, if that ball gets by Perez,
oh, he's scoring.
It is trouble. So here comes Julio as the tying run. And Madden's starting to rediscover the breaking ball, strike 1.
Yeah, that's a good first pitch breaking ball right there. You got guys on base, Julio Rodriguez. Everyone's kind of been aggressive early. A little overexcited right there for Rodriguez, but nice job by Madden to drop that in there.
Another MVP finalist. Rodriguez ended up 6th last year. And after appearing in his first WBC in 2023, where he was 5 for 18 with a double and 3 RBIs, he feels like a veteran on this team at 25 years old. Machado at 3rd, Caminero at 1st.
much better take there on that pitch right there from Rodriguez. That first breaking ball of the at bat, a little jumpy on that one right there. You could tell much more relaxed, much more calm. Saw it a little bit better.
They're stretching out Ty Madden pretty good tonight. And now he's in danger of walking them loaded. Good spot for Julio on 3-1. And he doesn't see anything that he likes. 2 walks and a single. And the DR has loaded them up with nobody out.
You can tell this team that they're taking their at-bats extremely seriously, you know, really trying to focus as far as like their preparation, because this is all about getting ready for this WBC team. You can see like the at-bats all these guys are taking right there. You know, there's intent to it, and they're not just giving these up, and you know, they feel the excitement from the fans and want to put a good showing.
Austin Wells checks it foul, and it could just be as simple, Alex, as the first inning you could see they were amped up. They're swinging out of their shoes. Albert might have just said to him, hey guys, let's pump the brakes a little bit. We're okay.
Well, I think all those guys they're kind of used to that environment. They're excited and stuff like that, but at the same time, you have to, you know, put yourself in that position as far as the intensity, because once you get into some of these games.
Wells into center, there's a base hit. Machado's in. And everybody stops as the DR gets on the board to make it 3-1.
Yeah, another breaking ball here by Madden, and Wells does a nice job of kind of staying with it off a little towards the end of the bat, which allows it to fall in, but a big RBI base hit for Wells.
Austin Wells, last year for the Yankees, 21 homers, 71 ribbies. Able to suit up for the Dominican Republic because his mother Michelle's parents were both born there. Escogidos being represented in Santo Domingo.
I was saying earlier, Greg, it's like this type of atmosphere, though. This is great practice for once this tournament starts. The biggest key for a lot of players is you're going to have a crazy environment. You're playing in a crazy environment. The adrenaline's going to be pumping. The nerves are going to be there. How do you slow it down to be able to perform? And, you know, this is what these are for, and that's what these guys are trying to accomplish.
I'm having a hard enough time here in the booth slowing down my heartbeat. Now, Geraldo Perdomo loves these spots. Last year with the bases loaded, 5 for 7 with 2 grand slams.
Well, we were talking about this lineup earlier, but, you know, how about having Perdomo as your number 9 hitter? He's one of the best players in baseball.
Trying to pick out the 1-1. Problem for Madden, really, from the jump. Fastball just has not been able to spot.
Yeah, he's been behind in the count quite a bit over the first couple of innings here. Been trying to mix in that breaking ball. It's been a good mix of fastball, breaking ball, and his off speed, but just having a hard time of getting ahead of some of these hitters.
And we need to remember he didn't pitch at all last year. This one's grounded behind first. Torkelson, long throw to second, rifled to first, not in time. Great play by Torque. But Caminero scores to make it a 1-run game.
Yeah, this is a heads-up play here by Spencer. You know, down the line, kind of on his glove side, but his only play right here is to second, and they still almost end up turning the double play because a nice job by Madden to be able to get there. But that's a long throw for a first baseman, and that's all about your footwork for the first baseman to be able to make a good, strong, accurate throw there.
That does it for Ty Madden. The Tigers are going to the bullpen. We'll tell you who that is with runners at the corners when we come back.
Lemons. Football season's over. Oh, come on, buddy. You still got basketball, hockey, baseball, soccer, racing, tennis, and awards.
Ooh, that's my favorite season.
We should have a watch party.
Jim Beam and lemonade. Best enjoyed together.
Your dog is bored. Trapped inside because of your weed killer. But now, there's Spruce, the pet-friendly weed and grass killer. Spruce works differently by dehydrating to the roots for dead weeds in just 1 day. So go ahead, Let the dogs out with Spruce. Pet friendly, weed deadly.
AMC is the new home of TNA Thursday Night Impact,
We are witnessing a golden era.
where drama goes next level.
It will be carnage.
TNA Thursday Night Impact, every Thursday at 9 on AMC. Stream on AMC+.
It's time to rethink what a complete multivitamin can do, like support you as you navigate a new country. Taking Centrum Silver daily is clinically proven to help slow cognitive aging in older adults. You did it.
Applebee's is bringing a taste of the Big Easy to your neighborhood, serving up all the Cajun flavors you've been craving, starting at just $11.99, like the fan-favorite Bourbon Street Chicken and andouille penne, the new mouth-watering Big Easy Burger, and the new Cajun-style Bayou Shrimp Bowl. So come on in and bring the whole neighborhood to the table. A taste of the Big Easy, starting at just $11.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
This time 2 years ago, 30-year-old right-hander Matt Seelinger was pitching not too far from his Long Island house for the Long Island Ducks. So, you're now in the fire, kid. Best of luck.
Probably wouldn't have it any other way right now, but Seelinger, you know, with the fastball, cutter, knuckle curve combination, actually had a pretty nice year last year between AA and AAA for the Tigers, for Toledo and AA Erie. Pitched to a 2.74 ERA.
John Lipka just not giving the low strike. You see the numbers there for Seelinger over 47 games between Erie and Toledo. That one just left his hand awkwardly. 3-0. Final line right now for Ty Madden. He stretched him out tonight. Wasn't sure how much he would work. Just 21 pitches in his first spring outing in the Grapefruit League. And another walk. Third one of the inning. And now they're loaded up again for Ketel Marte.
Yeah, not exactly what you want to see if you're AJ Hinch right there. You bring in Seelinger to kind of fill up the zone a little bit, and he comes out 4-pitch walk. A little bit fighting, probably a little bit of nerves right there to get into the zone. You know, it'll be Rogers' job to kind of calm him down. Bases loaded, 1 out. You know, hey, you're 1 pitch out of this inning, kid.
Marte grounded out to second his first time. That's 5 straight out of the zone for Seelinger, the 30-year-olds. After Ty Madden went an inning and a third, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Marte's got the bags full.
You could just see, Greg, like the intensity of that these guys are taking these at bats. Like they're making sure that they're want to do well for their home country fans, but at the same time, like they're trying to get ready to be able to slow the game down and put a good showing on for the WBC, because none of these guys are giving away any of these at bats.
So Seelinger's missed with all 7 pitches. Last year over 65 2/3, he walked 25. He's trying to get that first one over, and he does. And if you're going to miss with this zone, you got to miss up. As we saw it with Madden early on, the low strike was not there. The energy inside of Estadio Quisqueya Juan Marichal bleeding into the U.S. And now Marte with a fly to deep center. Clark running back just shy of the track. He makes the catch. And that ties the score. Marte with a sac fly. And the DR comes back with 3 here in the second.
Yeah, really nice piece of hitting there by Marte. You know, gets a fastball up in the zone. You know, stays to the big part of the field, hits a fly ball to center field. Max Clark did a nice job of running that one down. But that's a good piece of hitting right there. That's what you're trying to do in that situation with guy on third, bases loaded, less than 2 outs, trying to hit something hard up the middle of the field.
We always say walks kill you, and in this case, 2 have come around to score. 3 in the inning. Soto, 8th man up in the second. You remember Soto had the count 3-0 back in the first inning, and they turned him loose. Got jammed on a fly to right. And now it's Perdomo at third, Tatis at first. And the Dominican Republic on the doorstep of erasing a 3-0 deficit. So Torkelson over there anchoring first, keeping Tatis close by. Juan Soto joined Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, and Ted Williams as the only 4 players in Major League history with 5 or more seasons of 125 plus walks and 25 plus home runs.
Is that good?
And let's not forget, he's only 27. And he still has a long ways to go on that Mets contract. Last year, year 1, was really good late in the year.
We played together in Washington my last season, getting to see him up close and personal. You know, what he was capable of doing on a baseball field, especially in the batter's box, was extremely impressive. And I thought he was the best hitter that I had seen played with since Miguel Cabrera.
Let's go back to 2023. Here's Soto. Flair for the dramatic, going upper tank. And then his defense gets overshadowed, but he got the assist right there against Nicaragua. That'll be their opponent when they start the event on Friday night. And at the time when you were playing with him, he was what, 19 years old?
No, he was a little bit older.
A little older? Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, just his ability to be able to control the strike zone, hit for average, hit for power, get on base, like just be the most complete offensive hitter that you could. I mean, it's video game kind of stuff.
And after all that, Seelinger strikes him out, so the kid escapes. But the Dominican Republic ties it up. We're all knotted at 3 as we go to the 3rd.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise, DirecTV got hot.
Hey, you know, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. So hot. Wait, there's no ice in yours.
Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
We wanted a product that looked like real wood, but maybe didn't have the same wear and tear as real wood.
We put this whole deck in together ourselves. It looks amazing, and now the family can enjoy it for years to come. That's one of the things that we're so excited about.
You prepare for the unexpected. So do we. True Work builds workwear offering technical performance fabrics and an integrated workwear system, so you can perform at your best. Work wonders. True Work.
Car trouble never gives you a heads up. It just happens. That's why having My Auto Guard coverage matters. Without coverage, auto repairs can cost thousands. And let's face it, it's not if you'll need repairs, it's when. A My Auto Guard auto protection plan covers any make or model. Car, truck, SUV, even electric vehicles, saving you thousands.
My Auto Guard paid my mechanic $4,800 to fix the engine. Thank you, My Auto Guard.
One transmission job could cost over $6 grand, but you won't have to pay that when you're protected with My Auto Guard. You can put that money back in your pocket. You even choose the repair shop or dealership, and My Auto Guard pays them directly, so you don't wait to be reimbursed. Remember, you must get My Auto Guard before a repair is needed. Call the number on your screen right now for a free quote. No obligation.
Call 1-800-417-6202. That's 1-800-417-6202 or visit myautogard.com right now.
We've seen a lot in the early going of this game, and we saw quite the improvement last year from Spencer Torkelson. You see the largest increase in home runs from 2024 to 2025. He was in some really good company.
Yeah, well, you know, Spencer, you know, had some struggles over the course of the 24 season. You know, pretty well documented. Just him, you know, going through some swing changes, trying to get back to what really made him, you know, a first-round pick, and you know, he really found and came into his own a little bit in 2025 last year with those 31 home runs. But you know, he's always had the power. It's just a matter of him being able to cut down on that swing and miss, and to find that pitch and to get that A swing off.
New pitcher for the Dominican Republic, lefty Gregory Soto. Misses inside on Torkelson, and I don't think his bounce back got enough attention last season, because you mentioned 2024 when he was optioned back to AAA in June, and it wasn't a short stint. He was there for more than 2 months.
Yeah, he was working on some things mechanically, but I think even more so, you know, just regaining that confidence, getting that back, working on the mental side a little bit to really how to, you know, kind of, you know, take each at bat for what it is and find those positives in each at bat, regardless of what the results are. That's the toughest thing that all these major league hitters have to really learn how to do, is deal with that failure, especially when you're a young kid like Torkelson that's expected to do, you know, some great things, you know, throughout your career. And he was able to do that, you know, in 2024, kind of figures some of those things out, and last year did a nice job as far as being a middle of the order bat for this Tigers lineup.
Career high 240 average, 789 OPS over 155 games, and a 4-pitch walk to begin the night for Gregory Soto, one of the imports for a Pirates team that's expecting to raise their game and contend in the NL Central. Gregory getting 1 year for just under $8 million back in December.
Yeah, he's been a back end of the bullpen type of guy, former Tiger as well, former Tigers closer, hard thrower from the left side. The one thing about this Dominican bullpen, a lot of guys that can throw hard, but they could also give up the free pass.
This one's grounded through the right side. Colt Keith has his second base hit. And Torkelson hangs on right there. So the Tigers just jumping all over both Severino and Soto. And Colt Keith is 2 for 2.
Yeah, I think first pitch fastball right there. Colt Keith wanted to be aggressive to that heater to make sure he gets the bat head out in front and sneaks it through the right side.
You mentioned Soto, 2-time All-Star with the Tigers in 2021 and 2022. After coming up with them early in the 2019 season. I wonder how much new gear these guys got to properly accessorize the colors of the red, white, and blue.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of guys had, you know, special gloves made, the cleats. You had, you know, certain arm guards and batting gloves to go along with it. You're coming home with a pretty large bag worth of gear.
Here's Max, lined out softly to first to end the first inning. Taken all the way.
That's it. That's a good pitch right there by Soto with the slide step right there. You know, not only to keep runners at bay, but that slide step will throw the timing off of the hitter as well. And you saw Max Clark there just ended up kind of giving a statue take because of it.
Clark slightly opened up on the left side. Another good one from Soto to jump ahead.
Yeah, that's the pitch right there for Soto, that if he's able to land throughout his entire career, to be able to land that slider on occasion to kind of get hitters off of his big fastball, which he's very proud of, likes to use it as he should, because it's a good one. But when he's landing that slider, that's when he's very dangerous.
Max Clark's had a lot of success since the Tigers made him the first high school pick in a loaded 2023 draft. He was picked third behind Dylan Cruz and Paul Skeens, and then behind him it was Wyatt Langford, Walker Jenkins, and Jacob Wilson.
That's a pretty good draft.
Whew. That one's hit hard to short. Perdomo gathers, goes to Marte, and it's like they've done it so many times. Good job by Guerrero to prevent that ball from getting by and keep Torkelson at third.
Yeah, nice glove work there by Guerrero, like you said, to keep that from going to the dugout. But what a swing here by Max Clark, staying on that heater, hits a missile to Perdomo, and you know, the good glove of Perdomo ends up scooping that one up, but not an easy play right there. Clark running down the line hard, made Marte have to rush the throw a little bit, but good job by Guerrero.
That's the star right there. Incredible agility from Vladdy to find the bag and then dive down the line.
He's a much better athlete than a lot of people give him credit for.
Big swing by McKinstry. Reached on the error from Vladdy. Couldn't snag that line drive in the second. Runners at the corners. Tigers looking to take the lead back. So far, Soto's slider has been his best pitch.
Yeah, that's the pitch right there. He doesn't even really have to locate it that well. It's just a matter of getting it in the zone. Between his angles, I mean, that pitch is looking like it's coming 2 or 3 feet behind the left-handed hitter, and then, you know, sweeping all the way across the plate.
That time he went with the fastball. McKinstry guides it foul. Zach McKinstry, a great story last year, made his first All-Star team and won a Silver Slugger as the utility man in the American League.
Got the opportunity to have a lot of at-bats being that super utility guy for A.J. Hinch. I mean, that's one thing the Tigers value is versatility. They have a few guys that can play multiple positions.
And the fastball ties him up. Soto digs deep for out number 2.
Yeah, the previous sliders in this at-bat kind of sets this fastball up to get McKinstry a little bit late, a little tardy on that fastball running in under his hands.
With a guy like that, is it easy to just look and say, all right, slide